Hello, round number 4. Let's begin. We are playing versus blue black Delver here. Hand is okay. No reason to mulligan or search for something else. And in game number 1 we basically don't know versus what we are playing, so we are just doing our things here. We draw ramp, that is free. For white here. Cartouche, right. We are playing cartouche first in case of force spike. So now he can counter our abundant growth or scout. Which one I would play here? Maybe growth. Yeah, probably. We don't need any other scout here. And if he force spikes abundant growth, then we can probably safely play Pilgrim or just force another counter spell. Cloak, that's amazing. But in this matchup, I believe we want to have Bago with 5 power and first strike. If we will manage somehow to have that strong Bago, we are not scared of Aniger, McAngler or something. So that's the most important thing. So Armadillo Cloak is not doing the job here yet. Okay, your opponent is just searching for things. Okay, that scout was just for checking what my opponent would do, and play forest and cloak. Or just maybe do nothing here. If he leaves 2 mana open and we have such we are dealing 4 damage in each turn, so we are pretty aggressive here. There is no reason to play anything here, but Drunk Proboszcz is playing all in and is pretty pissed now, probably. But let's continue here. Okay, too fast MTGO or me. Well, don't blame MTGO now. I screwed it with replay, but we drew Rancor and just slammed it on Scout. I think that was important here, because if he counter Rancor now, we can search for probably Ancestral Mask here and play it in the following turn. So I believe it was countered, if I remember correctly. It was 10 days ago, I think. So I might not remember it clearly, but Deprive is the best counter here. For us, obviously, not for Mama or opponent. And because of that, we can slam Pilgrim now. Search for... Let's go for that mask, probably. Yeah, why not? The strongest aura in our deck. Slam with everything. We have 5 power on board already, so what we don't want to see is Gurmak plus 2 untapped islands. But he played Totscore, and we know actually he have both swamp and island on his hand. So he must choose now. That means if he played that scour, that means probably he doesn't have any counter. Right, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that doesn't mean that. Okay, but anyway, 1 tap mana blue. He can only play Garmak here. He can follow it with counter spell, protect. So we are in good spot now. Or he can play another island and we just slam for 5. That's very good too. Vestige. Okay, no need to play that Vestige now. Just slam for 5 and wait for our opponent will do. That's one of the weird games where Buggle can go white. So if he's going to wait one more turn, even his Gurmak is not going to help him, because we got Gurmak can block only one creature, right? The rest will go through. Okay, Mystic Sanctuary, so no Gurmak still. Ogre of Bolas, that's probably the best thing he could do right now. We still knew about this swamp on his hand, and now he have Deprive, right? Yes, he take back his Deprive from top 3 cards here. So another scout, so we can add another attacker to our board. We know about counter now, so we definitely won't be casting this mask. Also, he knew about this mask on our hand because we revealed it from our pilgrim, so it's going to be simple. I should play scout now to don't give him information about in which moment I want to cast my mask, but I didn't do it. So remember, I drank from the beginning of the tournament, so each round further and further is meaning that I drank more and more, so I'm going to be even worse than now, and you're going to watch it in the probably next game. I won't spoiler it now. Sure, for he's living on 2. And that's very good spot for me still, but it's not so one already. He can play another Ogre of Bolas plus Gurmak and I'm screwed. Because he can still save mana for counter spell. Another dot scour. Okay. Okay, so that's the key turn here. He must do something. Delver. Delver is good because it trades with our creatures, not block its forever like Ogre. No Gurmak, so still very good, but black is open. We draw another Buggle. We got a little army here. We can add another soldier to it. So, but we must be aware of potential Agony Wrap or something like this in this moment. But I think it doesn't really change anything if he is going to block Scout together, Ogre with Delver of Secrets. and play that Agony Rap on probably whatever. He's going to lose anyway, so I'm not scared about losing Scout here. I'm worried about block like this, situation like this. Ogre blocks Scout, Delver blocks probably Aether, Scout or Warrior. It's going to be Agony Rap, Aether or Pilgrim or Warrior. And he's going to be left with 1 life. And I'm going to be left with 3 guys on the field because he won't counter this Boggle. Okay, so right, I'm doing it right properly here. So it's going to be Boggle. He can't counter it because if he would, I would play Mask and it would be GG here. Okay, so let's slam everything in his face. What is going to happen now? Snuff out, okay. That's pretty good too. That's even better than Agony Rap. For us, obviously. Okay. And now we have potentially 3 Ancestral Mask. If he don't play foil. Okay, we got 8/8 Boggle with first check, so even Germak Angler doesn't help him now. All we need in this situation is trample. And we have it. And it's GG. Okay. So let's go to game number 2. Not my ugly face again. Okay, so we must be prepared now that he probably plays things like Shrivel or Diabolic Addict now. So our hand looks pretty promising. All we need is white source of mana now. Let's hope we draw it. We begin with Delver, okay. Okay, we are lucky, like always. Now we must just be aware of things I mentioned before. So 1 island, 1 mana open probably represents a null. Let's try. Right, it's okay. It's not that bad. Addict, of course, would be worse for us. And so it looks like race, and here's the question. I can that's the tricky one. Turn again with Boggles holding, so I will be forced to think playing this dump deck. Okay, so Aether, we can slam Cloak now, and well, start about that Cloak is great in situations like this because most of our opponents can't race with us when we have Cloak. He have 2 mana open, so that represents probably counter spell, and we have Dispel and Abundant Growth. So what Sober Proboszcz would do is good thing I didn't play that forest now. Or I did. Probably I did. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Let's start from the beginning. Let's enchant that forest. And wait another turn with that dispel. However, if he draws now Black's source of mana and have Diabolic Edict, I would better save that dispel for Edict rather than countering Armadillo Cloak. So let's see what this program is absolutely bullshit. Okay, never mind. So no, it's, do you see that? Okay, so I must click right here because otherwise it's going to be book here. Okay, so I played safe mode and white with the scout. Okay, I like that play. MTGO, can you stop please playing with me? I'm trying to do something funny here and you are not helping me. Okay, we are back then, and I like this scout here. We don't want, basically scout here is doing the same thing that would do this spell for me. It defends me from Diabolic Edict, and this spell doesn't defend me from Shrivel or Nausea. So I like this play from Drunk Provost. I'm a fan of him. Another land, so that means we are playing Armadillo Cloak on scout, and basically we won that race. Maybe not won, but our opponents can attack when we have cloak on our scout. So let's do this. There is a counter spell, but we have this spell. And we can slam for 4. We are back to 14. That's very good. And now is very good draw for us. That's basically the key draw what we needed in this moment. Our opponent is still missing land drops, so he can't play 2 counter spells in 1 turn, but we can play 2 auras in our turn. So let's play that land now. I would play it now because I saw my opponent played Spell Pierce before, but I'm drunk, right? I'm stupid, Jambas. Okay, we are not punished for this. And now we have free Ethereal Armor. Ethereal Armor is actually more important than Cloak in this moment, because as I said before, First Strike and 5/5 Boggle is key to winning this matchup. Let's play it. Slam with Scout. Heal ourselves. Deal damage. What could go wrong here? Delver of Secrets. Okay. So we have basically any aura here. See, it's simple. Playing Boggle is simple. Slam it and concede. What is hard? You just win with Rancor here. With top deck Rancor and land in your hand. Simple task, simple. Winning in Magic is simple. You play Boggles, you make your dude 6/6, First Strike, Trample, Lifelink, Hexproof, and just turn it in the right side, just horizontally. and you are getting the top 8 of Pauper Showcase Challenge. Simple, right? Okay, let's go to the last round when simple boggles are too much for my drunk mind.